we were talking about the McCarthy era. It was really oppressive. I remember I went to high school with the son of one of the professors at the UW who was blacklisted and fired from his job. Scoop Phillips. He was a brilliant guy in philosophy department, and he lived out his career as a longshoreman. But in those days, there are all sorts. I mean, people were committing suicide because they couldn't get jobs. You know, the breakdown of their, well, some of it was a little sexist too, but, you know, the man is the breadwinner and not able to get a job. I remember, too, interestingly, in the Boy Scout troop that I belonged to, that I joined, I didn't join the one that this highfalutin guy from the hilltop belonged to, but they had another scout troop catering to the canal rats, and they had this scoutmaster who was so good, too good to be true. He was too good to be true. He ended up molesting half the troop before he was finally thrown in prison. Well, then a couple years later, they had these Canwell Committee hearings in Washington State. I don't know if you know, they're sort of preceded McCarthyism nationally. And I remember we kept the radio turned on in school through all our classes, listening to all this stuff about, you know, the communism. We'd interrupt it occasionally for our atomic bomb raid, you know, crawling under the desks as if that was going to help us. And here the wife of this Louis Havlin, who had been a child molester and was sent to prison, anybody who could make any sort of anti-communist statement was allowed to speak. And so here she speaks, "Oh, they railroaded my husband. Was all part of the international communist conspiracy." It was really ridiculous and unbelievable. Although I think some of the stuff that's happened recently in our society, the whole war in Iraq and the excuse for going there and so on, is going to be cause for a lot of head scratching in the future.